Hi guys, I am Júlia. I'm 17 years old. I just graduated from Griggs High School and I'm going to study now in Minerva Schools at KGI in San Francisco. And I want to tell to you guys a little bit about my experience with Griggs. So the first reason that I chose Griggs is because I wanted to study abroad. I wanted to search for a more complete education, but I didn't want that to start only in my undergraduate studies, only in college. I wanted that also in high school. So I started looking at Griggs and they taught me what it was like to have a complete high school education as well. So in Griggs, we don't just study the normal subjects that we have in school. We have also subjects like government, health, computer literacy that form you for the world as a citizen and as a human thinking being. And also the format in the classroom is much different than the traditional Brazilian method. We are much more participative. We do articles, we work our English much more academically. It's not just the normal vocabulary. We study a lot more deep into English, and we also learn how to do public speaking. We learn how to develop self-knowledge through our articles, because we can shape what our tasks are. We can do projects based on what we are interested on, not just what they want us to learn. One of the key skills that I could only develop because of the high school is public speaking. And that's a skill that you are going to need for the rest of your life. You're going to need for your university studies, you're going to need throughout your career. It is very important to exercise it. And in a second language, it's even more important, because you're not just becoming less shy, you're also becoming more articulate. You're learning how to not be afraid of speaking out. You're learning how to be yourself and to be comfortable with a public in front of you. And that's one of the main skills that I learned with high school that I couldn't have learned elsewhere. Another thing that really interested me in high school was the fact that we had mandatory hours of community service. And as a high school student, I wasn't really alert on my surroundings. I wasn't really connected to the people that were around me, just because I was focusing on tests. I was focusing on getting myself to college. But in Griggs, we exercise civility all the time, and we are pushed to becoming more critical of our surroundings. So we did a lot of community service in NGOs and local institutions, and that helped me connect really with my community and what it was like to be a citizen of my city. You know, something very interesting about high school is that we're not just learning inside the classroom, but also outside. So the Griggs High School takes us to field trips. Like when we were studying art history, we went to a local museum that I personally didn't even know existed. But we went to this museum and we analyzed a bunch of works of art, which is very interesting because it's something to learn inside the classroom and it's something completely different to learn outside. We were seeing how local artists produced, we were seeing what our region was producing in the field of arts, which was very interesting. And we also went to several different locations, local museums, local institutions. For example, when we were studying health, we went to a local hospital that helped deal with patients recovering from traumas and from physical traumas. And it was very interesting to see what it is like, the health system in our country, because we were studying health, we were studying what health is like for an American citizen, but we were also seeing in practice, you know, we were going to the place where health is being dealt with in Brazil. Also a very interesting part of high school, you know, to apply what we were learning inside the classroom outside.